So, hi, everybody, and welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. My name is Mark McNulty, and I'm president of Action Coach Bluegrass in Southern Indiana. Today, I have Patricia Kim, CEO of JJC Maintenance, with me as my guest. And today, we're going to talk about her business, her journey to business ownership. She's actually a serial entrepreneur, and some challenges, best practices, and share a little peek into what it's really like to build and operate a business. Now, if this is your first time watching one of our interviews, please subscribe to the channel so you get notifications when we add additional interviews like this. So Patricia, welcome and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, it's so great to have you here. So why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners a little bit about JJ Maintenance and JJC Maintenance and kind of how that came about and what you're doing.
Well, I came to United States about 43 years ago. And as an immigrant from South Korea, I grew up here from middle school to high school to college. And I went to University of Louisville and graduated in way back. And my husband and I, we owned the business for 24 years. But when my kids were all grown, and then I have realized that I wanted to do something for this community again because I am who I am for today. So I really appreciated what I can do for this community now time. So I had more flexibilities, and then I have decided to do something. And my husband was suggesting, because I speak Korean and English, so I can be a medical interpreter. So I did train for certified medical interpreter, but we have a very small Korean community in Louisville and Southern Indiana area. So it wasn't taking that much time of my thing after my kids are all gone to the college. So I have decided to open up the business, and my husband was telling me that again, he said, well, everybody else is going to be slowing down, and I don't know why you're adding on. But I really wanted to pay back to this community. So I started my business in 2016, June of 2016. And my first year revenue was like $36,000 at the end of the year. But I started myself as I'm going to have a scholarship program. Once I get the revenue, I have decided to do the scholarship programs for my employees or their children. So the scholarship it was only $2,000, but to me, it made me really happy. And the recipient was very happy to receive. Now he's a really successful businessman in town. So this was continue. And this year, in the 2023, our scholarship has expanded more than $15,000. And, our employees, and one of the reasons that I started was because without the higher education, it is really hard to achieve higher with their life skills and lifetime. So I remember my parents were, they didn't speak English, but they were telling me, they're telling, three of us, my siblings, that we must go to colleges. So we went there, and that got us to where we are today. So I have decided to pursue same dreams to our community. So anybody who's joining the JJC, I was asked them at the end of the year, if you have any children who's ready to go to college, please let them have a little essay, write it down so I can look at it, and our managements can look at it. And then whoever gets picked, we give $2,000, $3,000 scholarships for each individuals. And that promotes their parents work harder and then stay longer with the JJC. I started as a janitorial services, and mainly I still have a lot of janitorial contracts, but we are diversified services now. We provide services for not only the janitorial, but restoration services, disinfecting services, lawn care services, and then we even have lead and asbestos abatement services added on recently. So we are multiplying. And then revenue-wise, and then the number of employees we're multiplying. And I so far have subcontractors to employees to even 1099s to W-2 employees. We have over almost 400 employees with us, and we're still growing.
Oh, congratulations. That's amazing to build that in 7 years. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So tell us about kind of who is your typical customer?
Typical customers are anyone who has the facility, commercial facilities.
Mhm.
Janitorial services, we do not provide any of the residential. We
Okay.
only provide the custodial or janitorial services to uh, commercial clients and government contracts or
Mm.
private contracts or medical anywhere. And it could be anybody who is under working environment with the
Right.
commercial area.
Okay. So so what makes your business unique? There's a lot of commercial cleaners out there. What makes JJC the best?
Uh, it's really hard to say, but to me, I guess the owner or CEO myself has to be very transparent with my team. So a lot of times I am seeing a lot of janitorial companies. You know, we have a lot of janitorial companies in Louisville. I mean, big commercial janitorial companies here. But a lot of times their employees do not know what CEO is doing, or they don't know what kind of contracts that we have and how much the contract is. But I'm trying to be very
Okay.
transparency with them. So they know almost 80% of my earning goes out back to them.
Mhm.
So they work harder
Right.
because they know they're the one who's going to bring in more incomes for themselves. So I don't have anything to lie about or hiding anything to make sure that, you know, good employees stay and I have to treat them because they're my assets.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
So what's something you wish that people knew about your business that's kind of hidden if you're not, working there?
A lot of times, janitorial, I mean, let me give you the example as a janitorial because we're a janitorial related business. A lot of times, the budgeting from there, we're not cheap,
Mhm.
but that doesn't mean that we're expensive either.
Right.
But sometimes, because the commercial area that we have to face, a lot of times they think that you know, cheaper will be going farther. But um, that's why we have currently added on to more contracts because some of the contractors, some of my clients, they think, you know, they go for cheaper contracts and then end up saying like, Patricia, please work with us, kind of thing. So about 3 or 4 companies has, you know, they have done that, and they're very major big contracts that I have.
Okay. Awesome. So what's your current role in the business? I know as we talked earlier, you're not out there doing any cleaning. So what's your role as CEO?
I am, as a CEO, I am overseeing everything. I have an administrator and I
Mhm.
have a general manager. It's, I guess it's my thing is to taking care of the getting the contracts. So I
Okay.
can add on to whatever. And then a lot of times I do not get to hear the detail about cleaning or, you know, customers' issues
Mhm.
because it has been taken care of within before 24 hours because that's our policy. And when there's an issue arises, and we have a chain of command system that I'm the last one to find out anyway. But a lot of times before it comes to my attention, it is solved with their working supervisors in each place. So my role is to take care of everybody's payroll. I mean, because I'm oh no, oh, okay, my administrator, she does the payroll. So I guess I have to take care of continue bringing up something for somebody. So getting the contracts done.
Okay. All right. So you're doing a lot of business development. So tell me a little bit about your marketing. So how do you market? How do you get new clients?
Mm, when I first started the business, it was really hard to do the marketing because I mean, the dental lab services, we didn't even have to do the marketing. I mean,
Mhm.
it wasn't really, and then my specialty was not in the marketing. I was studied in special education, so it was a
Okay.
completely different field than what I was expected. Marketing was really hard, but um, somehow I got involved in, I am being woman owned and minority owned. Uh, I had, I was very blessed to met with Kentucky State government diversity group, and then they were reaching out to me and asking about how to file for like women minority owned certifications, and
Mhm. Okay.
um, so once I apply for that, and they start sending emails, marketing events, or the bids, or any kind of connections out there. They're not going to be actually connecting directly to this customer to me, but they're it was a connection there, because I mean, one at a time and more, and then sometimes it didn't make any sense that I was participating in some of the meetings, but I realized that everybody needs cleaning. So
Mhm.
that's what I was thinking. So I showed up everywhere,
Okay.
and that got into different kind of aspects. And then also I will start finding the value of meeting other people, and some of them got to know me, and then let me try you, or those kind of situations. But most of big contracts, it was through bidding system.
Right. Okay. So what was the transition to becoming a business owner like?
I still don't feel like I'm the business owner. I feel like I'm the servant. Because I'm not sure. I mean, I never thought about myself as not, any different, or I'm in the higher position,
Mhm.
because I am one of our JJC team, because
Mhm.
I'm just doing the different job. Maybe my team are cleaning in a some certain facility, but maybe I don't clean, but I work longer hours than them. Maybe they work 9 to 5, but sometimes I don't even have a weekend.
Right.
So, so I, make sure that I never thought about me being, I never thought about myself as a owner of the company. I was part of the company.
Right.
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit about, your management and leadership style. How would you describe your leadership style?
Leadership, management, I usually communicate. A lot of times, I communicate, and I don't want anybody to lack of communicate with anyone in our team. So if there's any issue, or any kind of goodness, or any issues, anything, we have to discuss about it, because as a team, if somebody falls, then we're all gonna fall together.
Mhm.
So I always tell them, people can make mistake, and
Right.
it is okay to make a mistake, but don't make a mistake twice, same mistake twice. So, but I usually communicate. I talk to them just like, I am one of them. So they don't, whenever, I mean, Kentucky Expedition contract, when I go to the office there, um, we have 150 employees there, and
Mhm.
they're like, who is she? They don't even know who I am. So, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I mean, I love to be part of with them. So I work with them, and I eat with them. I communicate with them.
Mhm.
So I think that's my thing.
Okay, great. So, as a business owner, as we grow our business, we run into roadblocks and challenges that we have to work around or knock down or through. What's a memorable roadblock or challenge that you had to work through to get to the next level for your business?
Um, every day there's some kind of obstacles, because
Mhm.
it's not something that I'm hoping every morning when I wake up and pray to God that nothing serious happens every day, but every day something is happening at somewhere.
Mhm.
So for example, I don't want to give the name of the contract, but recently, that's one of our big contract there too. And when we were providing, I mean, when I am contracted with them as a custodial services, I provided my team And then we hand select because we go through the background checks and everything. And somehow their system, because their lack of communication, they were talking to my team as a direct hire. So I, at first I was trying to, so my administrator was very upset because she's the one who's going through the background checks and everything, hire process with the general manager. And she said, Miss Patricia, I am so tired of them, and I don't think we should put any more people in there. So I emailed. I mean, usually I don't. She communicates with them too. I emailed them nice way, saying that we have a conflict of interest, but you cannot take our team as a direct hire. But it didn't work. So I had to go to the purchasing. I had to go to the procurement. And I told him that, just like I told you earlier, my employees are my assets. So if you're taking my assets, I consider that as a stealing. That's what I told them. And we are contracting with you as a custodial services, not as a staffing company. So you have violated my contract. So if this is not going to stop from here, then I have to find the legal team. That's what I told them. But a lot of times situations like that, because sometimes we are being janitorial company, and people think, oh, they're another janitorial company. They're coming in, but I do not put just anybody from the street to the each contracts, because they have our uniform, that JJC name with them. I don't want them to disgrace my JJC name. So anybody who's going to the work, they should have a pride about what they're doing. So if we train them and we have a quality control, we do safety training, we do everything. OSHA training, everything before we actually send out each team members to the contract. But they are thinking like they're one of somebody else's company. So I make sure that I used to, like when I was small company, I was thinking, okay, whatever they're saying, I have to say yes to that, right? But it's not right, because morally it's not right. So I have decided to show my voice. If it's wrong, then I don't have to provide the services with them anymore. So those are very challenging obstacles. But I usually talk to, from their lowest supervising to management team first, and then we're moving up to purchasing or procurement departments, or even if I have to go, I talk to their legal team.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about your team for a little bit. So you've got a large team. So what are you doing to develop leaders and to build the leadership and new managers, supervisors? What kind of things do you do to build that and train internally and develop your management team?
Our supervisors and up, they have to have a mandatory safety training, OSHA training. And then, because not only we are cleaning, we are doing the construction cleanups to even abatement services. Those are very environmental cleanings. And so all my teams, whoever wants to step up as whoever they are from that position, they have to go through the quality control system. So my general manager, he's certified with the OSHA training, CDC. Now that he is equipped to communicating, and then sometimes I send him to different school or educational learning system to how to talk to the client, because sometimes I'm not expecting my managers or supervisors to be all graduated from college. I cannot afford to own the business. So, but it's not somebody that when I'm talking to somebody like in front of you, you gotta know who she is or he is, their position is. So I send them to learn how to speak, or I, show them how to respect. And same time, when we are respecting someone, they have to respect us back. So that is going to be changing to my next level that I am working right now to be branding of my company.
Okay.
So they all have to go through trainings, all diversified trainings.
Okay, awesome. So where do you see your business 3 to 5 years from now? What do you think it's going to look like in 3 to 5 years? What do you want it to look like?
I don't know about the revenue wise, but I'm just hoping that everybody, as soon as they hear about, oh, JJC Maintenance, they're going to say, oh, that's JJC Maintenance. So I want to make my company as a brand.
Okay.
It's not, I mean, just like, sometimes, I mean, we love to go to, I mean, women love to go to shopping and they want to buy a brand names without, it doesn't matter how much it costs, but still because of the name, we want to purchase them. But behind the name, probably it has a very good quality in there. So I want my company to be very good quality and good feedbacks, and people can say, hey, we're using JJC as a proud. So I want to make my
Okay.
company grow as a brand name.
So what's your biggest goal for 2024? Are you a goal setter?
Yes, I'm a goal setter.
Okay, what's your big goal that you could share for 2024?
2024, my JJC, I want, it's not going to be expanding thing, but same time, we are working on, I mean, our mayor has announced that Metro City is going to be lead-free services. So we have now largest data from the Metro City government with the inspectors, and then we have assessors and the laborers and everything. So that is going to be my next focus that I am putting in for only for 2024, because janitorial contracts, we are okay. But other this is a new thing for us. So I want my people to feel comfortable about going out, doing the, providing the services with everybody. And I believe mayor has sent the, made an ordinance about before the house was built before 1978 or 79, they have to have lead test done. So that's why I was getting ready for my team to get prepared for the future.
Okay, awesome. So remind me again of the different, the wide variety of services you provide. It's cleaning, it's restoration. What are, make sure I want to make sure everybody knows that the breadth of services, and
Okay.
that doesn't get missed.
We provide janitorial services and professional floor maintenance, restoration services, 24-hour services. We provide services for disinfecting services. That has happened during the COVID time. And then we have now lead and asbestos assessment, abatement, inspection services that adding on. And then we have lawn care services as well.
Okay. So basically grounds maintenance and.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. That's great. I want to make sure everybody really understood all that, the breadth of services you provide. So, so great. So I've got a last few questions here, kind of quick ones. So first question is, so what is your key to success? What's been your key to success?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, it's just being me, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I never thought about me being successful. I never thought about as myself. I am getting there, but I don't think I'm successful yet. So, from the day one to until today, I'm just being me and show myself and then work.
All right. So, and I like that answer. So what's one piece of advice you would give to other business owners?
Don't give up.
Okay.
Don't, a lot of times, my third year, I mean, I didn't get contracts for 3 years. So my contract actually started I guess my first contract to until now, a little bit over 4 years now.
Okay.
But about 3 years, I didn't get any contracts because I did not know what I was doing. But don't give up. I didn't think I would be who I am today. And then now, because of JJC and during the COVID time, we have gained so much, so much income that I was not expecting. Now I just open up our DDM services because I set a income set aside for that, whatever the income that I made through, we did disinfecting services. That was the first contract that, my first contract for JJC was with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet at District 5 at Westport. And the lady, facility manager, she was very particular. So she even has a ruler stick and go to the bathroom and measures how much toilet paper in each stall. So, but it was a good lesson. It was really hard lesson, hard training, but because of that, and she knew that how good we were, and we were customized for their need. She has put the good words for our team to the Kentucky Transportation, and we end up providing contracts for disinfecting services for 124 counties in Kentucky.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
So that's how we got really big.
Okay, good. So what's a book you've either read or listened to, or a podcast that you've done recently that you think you would recommend to other business owners?
Oh, well, I just finished my Korean book because I want to keep Korean going because most of the times I read English. I mean, I speak English, and my community is English speaking. So I try to read Korean books. And then one of the book that I read, it was written by a Korean author, and she was telling about don't try to be the best. That's what the book is about. Just try
Okay.
your best, but that doesn't mean that don't try to be a best. Just try your best, but don't try to be the best,
Okay.
because there's always somebody who's going to be better than you.
Right.
That's what the book is about.
Okay.
So I guess the book is teaching me don't be conceited or arrogant.
Okay.
So that was a really good book that I read, but I wish that I can say it more in English because
Right.
it's in Korean book.
Okay. All right. Well, that just the message that you're learning is
Mhm.
great. So, awesome. So if you had to choose one area of your business to improve immediately, what would that be?
That's gonna be mm, that is gonna be kind of tough. Yeah, I guess my communication skill
Okay.
to them. Um, I know how to be nice, but I don't know
Mhm.
how to be strict and be
Okay.
a business owner.
All right.
So, a lot of times it is okay to be not okay. So,
Right.
yeah, I have to be more business minded person.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So good. So, that's something, that we teach business owners, and, our business can only be as big or as good as we are as the leaders. Right. And so improving as the leader needs to happen so that the business can then grow another level.
Mhm.
So I like that. That's great. All right. So Patricia, I've got one last question for you. And that is what inspires you the most today?
Uh, I guess I probably said it in earlier. I came here and not even speaking. I mean, I didn't even know my ABCs. I came
Mhm.
to Louisville 43 years ago. We didn't even have an English for second language available back then. So my situation was either sink or swim.
Mhm.
So I swam, I guess. And then I, because of that, I wanted to give it back to the community.
Mhm.
I mean, I have friends who supported me. I had a good teachers who was behind me and supporting everything. And then now I'm in the business. I'm, supported by so many, a lot of times people are saying that, the government is not doing enough for us. But to me, because I came from different country. So I
Mhm.
know how government works from the other country. And when I compare these two country government system, I'm so thankful for who I am today because nobody rejected me for today. So
Right.
I am here, and then I'm sitting here and providing services for everybody. And then I have a team of people who's, supporting me with the JJC, from my employees to my managers to everybody. Um, it's not the money thing. I don't think it's the money thing, but I always have in my heart that I want to give it back to the community. So I'm going to be continue providing, scholarships to our employee and their children. That's going to be my JJC goal. And then the DDM goal is to, because I am from the immigrant background. So I am the first Asian agency who opened mental behavioral services in Kentucky. So now I need to focus on international communities. So I have 154 languages available here. So whoever are underserved, that doesn't mean they get free services,
Right.
because I work hard and I am working hard. So I don't want anybody to think that United States is a free country. I don't want them to think like that, because if you don't work, I tell my kids all the time, if you don't work, you don't eat. So, so um, they have to come. Maybe we can assist them to get them on their feet, but they gotta work.
Okay.
So I'm trying to educate them for
Right.
through the DDM services, and we have been successful because a lot of times especially the refugees who's coming from different countries, they believe that, okay, we come to United States, everything is provided. No, it doesn't happen, because I
Right.
didn't see anybody who's getting free stuff.
Right.
And I don't want anybody to get free stuff either, because I work and I pay tax, right? So, they come in and then they get services, but at the same time, we educate them as a community supporters. They're saying, well, you're here, so you got to work and you got to pay tax. When you become a citizen, you got to vote, and all this, we're doing all different trainings too. Yeah.
Right.
So I want to
Okay.
give it back to the community.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Patricia Kim. She's the CEO of JJC Maintenance. And it's really been an honor to talk to you today. And you've shared some great tips. You've educated us about your business and the breadth of services you provide, and then also your approach to team building and giving back. It's been awesome. And I thank you so much for your time today, Patricia.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So yeah. So if this is your first time again watching the Business Spotlight series, make sure you bookmark this, subscribe so you get notifications for our next amazing interview. So I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you all next on the next interview. Thank you.
Thank you.